Good morning, children. Today we will start with the new chapter, that is chapter number 13, Photosynthesis in Higher Plants. My dear children, chapter number 11 and 12 are omitted from the syllabus for this year. So we will start with chapter number 13, that is Photosynthesis in Higher Plants. First of all, we will study about introduction to photosynthesis. Children, the energy which is required by all living organisms comes directly or indirectly from the sunlight. Thus, sunlight plays an important role in fixation of carbon dioxide, through which conversion of solar energy into chemical energy takes place. Water plays a significant role or important role during this process. Hence, photosynthesis is the process by which all green plants, some bacteria and some protist, example euglena, use the energy from sunlight to produce sugar, which through cellular respiration produces ATP, that is adenosine triphosphate, which is the fuel used by all living organisms. Photosynthesis is an important phenomenon because of mainly two reasons. Number one is it is the primary source of all food on the earth, and number two is it is responsible for the release of oxygen into the atmosphere by green plants. Now children, the photosynthesis is the site of autotrophic nutrition. Okay, now autotrophic nutrition, you have already studied this in lower classes. That is, auto means self and trophic means nutrition. The exact meaning of this word self, that is self nutrition. Okay, autotrophic nutrition is the process in which the organisms prepare their own food using the simple inorganic substances like water, carbon dioxide, some mineral salts, and this process takes place in presence of sunlight. Okay, I told you all the green plants, they undergo autotrophic mode of nutrition, and hence they are called autotrophs. Okay, now this autotrophic organisms, they have a green color pigment which is called chlorophyll, and this chlorophyll pigment helps in trapping the solar energy. Okay, solar energy from the sun is trapped by the chlorophyll pigment that is present in the green plants. Okay, and with the help of this, the green plants can prepare their own food, but they use water, solar energy and carbon dioxide, and the process by which they prepare the food is known as photosynthesis. Okay, so photosynthesis is the process which results in making the glucose, that is C6H12O6. Okay, I told you like plants such as blue-green algae and cyanobacteria, they are also considered as autotrophs and they undergo autotrophic mode of nutrition. Now children, every living organism wants some kind of energy. ठीक है, कोई भी लिविंग ऑर्गेनिज्म हो उनको एनर्जी चाहिए. एनर्जी के बिना लिविंग ऑर्गेनिज्म सर्वाइव नहीं कर पाते, राइट? सो एवरी लिविंग ऑर्गेनिजम्स दे नीड एनर्जी एंड द सोर्स ऑफ एनर्जी इज़ नथिंग बट द फूड. ठीक है, फूड जो है उनसे उनको एनर्जी मिलता है. ओके, nutrient substances that ensure the life processes run smoothly are also made available. Okay, and this energy which is required for undergoing different life processes as well as for performing different types of work is being provided or it is acquired by the living organisms from the food, right? Plants are also a part of living things. We all know plants are living organisms, so they also require some form of energy. Plants have cells, they have tissues, okay, and they also grow in girth, that is उनका भी diameter increase होता है, उनका भी size increase होता है, right? And in other words you can say that they are the creators of the ecosystem. ठीक है, क्रिएटर्स क्यों कहते हैं? क्योंकि वही सोलर एनर्जी को ट्रैप करते हैं. द अल्टीमेट सोर्स ऑफ एनर्जी इज सन. सन में से सोलर एनर्जी मिलता है और फिर वो सोलर एनर्जी क्लोरोफिल पिगमेंट जो प्लांट्स में प्रेजेंट है वो ट्रैप करके उसको फूड में कन्वर्ट करता है. ठीक है, सो दे आर द क्रिएटर्स ऑफ द इकोसिस्टम. हाँ, अब ये जो फूड बनाया प्लांट्स ने, दैट फूड इज इन टर्न टेकन बाय द other living organisms. They are consumed by other living organisms. Okay, so they are called the creators of the ecosystem, right? So in order to create food they do have nutrient necessity. तो अगर वो creators हैं, अगर उनको food produce करना है तो वो काम करने के लिए भी उनको energy चाहिए, right? Of course the kind of nutrient requirement it differs from organisms to organisms. Okay, so this type of nutrition in plants is called the autotrophic mode of nutrition, right? Now what does this actually stand for? It means that plants have the special ability to make their own food with the help of simple inorganic substances, and in turn they produce the organic substances like glucose. They get their energy from non-living things like from sun, and they get carbon dioxide also from the atmosphere, right? I already explained you that plants, they have the chlorophyll pigment which is green color pigment, right? With the help of this all the above elements, that is carbon dioxide and solar energy, is being trapped by the chlorophyll pigment, and in turn plants can prepare simple carbohydrates like glucose. ठीक है, the carbohydrates thus made are utilized by the plant. ठीक है, तो जो फोटोसिंथेसिस के एंड में जो कार्बोहाइड्रेट प्रोड्यूस हुआ है वो प्लांट्स यूटिलाइज करेंगे, एंड द एक्स्ट्रा अमाउंट और द सरप्लस. ठीक है, सरप्लस का मतलब क्या है? जो एक्स्ट्रा है. ठीक है, तो जो एक्स्ट्रा अमाउंट है ग्लूकोज का या फिर कार्बोहाइड्रेट का, इट इज़ स्टोर्ड इन द प्लांट्स इन द फॉर्म ऑफ स्टार्च which can be used later on by the plants. Okay, so that is what autotrophic nutrition. Now children, there are different types of autotrophic nutrition, and this is according to the kind of energy source which is used. ठीक है, तो उसके बेसिस पे ऑटोट्रॉफिक न्यूट्रिशन जो है वो दो काइंड के हैं. वन इज़ फोटो ऑटोट्रॉफिक न्यूट्रिशन, where the sunlight is the energy in the sunlight is the only energy source. Okay, and chemoautotrophic, where chemicals are the energy is the only source. Right? Now children, for plants photosynthesis, if we talk of photosynthesis, then plants that can produce their own food are called autotrophs. मैंने अभी बताया. ठीक है ना, जो प्लांट्स है, ब्लू ग्रीन एल्गे है, बैक्टीरिया है, जो अपना खुद का फूड बनाते हैं यूजिंग सिंपल इनऑर्गेनिक सब्सटेंसेस, दे आर कॉल्ड ऑटोट्रॉफ्स. बट इन दिस केस ऑल्सो देर आर एक्सेप्शंस. ओके, देर आर सम प्लांट्स दैट कैन नॉट प्रिपेयर देयर ओन फूड. ठीक है, जैसे इंसेक्टिवोरस प्लांट्स है, वो फूड तो अपना बनाते हैं. ठीक है, बट स्टिल दे ट्रैप द इंसेक्ट्स. Why? Because they need extra energy. ठीक है, दूसरा एग्जाम्पल जो वेरीगेटेड प्लांट्स होते हैं, जो येलो कलर के लीव्स होते हैं जिनके, या फिर ब्राउन कलर के लीव्स होते हैं, रेड कलर के लीव्स होते हैं, दे आर कॉल्ड वेरीगेटेड लीव्स, वेरीगेटेड प्लांट्स. ठीक है, तो वैसे प्लांट्स जिनके पास क्लोरोफिल पिगमेंट नहीं होता है, तो how do they get energy? They get energy by living on some other organisms like अमरबेल की बात करें, कस्क्यूटा, ठीक है ना, वो पूरा येलो कलर का होता है, तो इट इज़ अ पैरासाइट विच लिव्स ऑन अदर प्लांट, और वो होस्ट ऑर्गेनिज्म पे, जो दूसरा प्लांट है उसे कहते हैं होस्ट, तो वो होस्ट के ऊपर रहता है और फिर उसमें से ही वो न्यूट्रिएंट्स को डिराइव करता है, ठीक है. So such plants which cannot prepare their own food are called heterotrophs. The method by which plants produce their own food is known as photosynthesis. The photosynthesis process, it happens mostly in the leaves of the plants, and hence the leaves are called the kitchen of the plants. Okay, in certain cases even the stem have the potential to carry out the photosynthesis process. ठीक है, बचपन से हम ये पढ़ते आए हैं कि लीव्स जो है, लीव्स आर द फूड फैक्ट्री, या फिर उसे कहेंगे किचन ऑफ द प्लांट्स. क्यों? क्योंकि लीव्स दे आर ग्रीन इन कलर, दे हैव क्लोरोफिल पिगमेंट एंड दे प्रिपेयर द फूड. बट in some of the cases it is being observed that the stem also have the capacity to produce the food. That means they have capacity to carry out photosynthesis. ठीक है, अब photosynthesis जो process है, it is the method to transform solar energy into chemical energy. ठीक है, फोटोसिंथेसिस प्रोसेस में क्या होता है, सोलर एनर्जी ट्रैप होता है, वो कौन करता है, क्लोरोफिल पिगमेंट करता है. तो ये जो है उसमें सोलर एनर्जी ट्रैप हुआ और वो सोलर एनर्जी एट द एंड कन्वर्ट होता है केमिकल एनर्जी में. ठीक है, ग्लूकोज बनता है या फिर स्टार्च बनता है, राइट. डिफरेंट पार्ट्स ऑफ द प्लांट प्ले डिफरेंट रोल्स टू कंप्लीट द फोटोसिंथेसिस. Like leaves, they are the food factories of the plant. Stomata, it is present on the lower epidermis of the leaf which uses carbon dioxide from the air. ठीक है ना, ये stomata जो है, they are the tiny openings, small openings present on the lower epidermis of the leaves. ठीक है, तो वहाँ से क्या होगा, कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड एंटर होगा लीव्स में. रूट्स, they help in absorbing water and minerals from the soil and carry it to different parts of the plant. ठीक है, so children, this are all raw materials. अगर हम raw materials की बात करें photosynthesis के लिए, तो light है, that is the raw material, and the rate of photosynthesis is directly proportional to the intensity of the light, right. Then another raw material is carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide is also very important for the process of photosynthesis. Chlorophyll pigment, which is present in the mesophyll cells of the leaves, help in trapping the solar energy. And finally water. Water is also very important for producing the food by the green plants for undergoing photosynthesis, right. So children, that is all about the first topic. Now children, as I told you that chlorophyll pigment is present in the green leaves, okay, in the mesophyll cells, but even in the But children, this chlorophyll pigment is present in the specialized organelle of the cell, and that is nothing but the chloroplast. Chloroplast is the cell organelle that is present in the plant cell, which helps in photosynthesis. In other words, you can say that chloroplast are the site of photosynthesis. ठीक है, क्लोरोप्लास्ट क्या है, ये ग्रीन प्लास्टिड्स हैं, राइट, एंड दे फंक्शन एज द साइट ऑफ फोटोसिंथेसिस. दैट इज दे हेल्प इन द सिंथेसिस ऑफ ऑर्गेनिक फूड, and the process of photosynthesis takes place in the green leaves, as I have told you earlier, because chloroplast are present in large amount in the mesophyll cells of the leaves. ठीक है ना. तो क्यों ग्रीन लीव्स में ही फोटोसिंथेसिस होता है, उसका आंसर मिल गया आप सबको. उसका आंसर है ग्रीन प्लांट्स में ही फोटोसिंथेसिस इसलिए होता है क्योंकि क्लोरोप्लास्ट जो है वो एबेंडेंटली प्रेजेंट होते हैं मेसोफिल सेल्स में, और मेसोफिल सेल्स कहाँ पर प्रेजेंट होते हैं, लीव्स में. ओके. नाउ चिल्ड्रन, in our next video we will be learning more in detail about chloroplast and the pigments that are used or that are involved in the photosynthesis. Okay, so I hope today's topic is clear to everyone. Thank you.